Hello everyone, greeting from Luang Prabang. Well, it's been more than 7 months since I first started my YouTube channel, and so far it's quite an interesting journey. It's been lots of up and downs along the way, and so far I'm loving what I'm doing. So thank you so much for supporting my channel and for always watching my content. For those who have been following me from the start until today, probably get used to with my niche. I'm more about traveling, information, road trip, adventure, culture, a little bit of city tour, as well as, some bit of cuisine every now and then. So that's more like my content. Well, since I'm from Laos and currently based in Luang Prabang, I'll take this opportunity, to put things together about the general itinerary, when to visit Laos, which months is the best time to visit and which months you should avoid. And also, those big annual events and celebrations like Lao New Year Festival, boat racing and candlelight festivals, when do they celebrate and what you expect if you were to come during those times. Okay, let's start from which months is the best to come to Laos. So the best timing to come to Laos is from November until mid-February. This period of time is considered to be high season, especially from December till January. And plus the weather is quite comfortable as well. I mean, the average temperature is between 20 to 25 degrees Celsius during the day. And it can get as cold as 10 degrees or even lower during the night, especially in the northern region like Sinkwang, Hua Pan and Phongsaly provinces, because those are higher up, in the mountain and quite windy. So if you're planning to come to those region, like to Phongsawan where the Plain of Jars is, and Samnea, which is the historical town of Laos, especially Mueang Vieng Sai, which is 2 hours ride from Samnea. This region is very historical. I mean, lots had happened during the Vietnam War. If you're into history and stuff like that, I totally recommend Mueang Vieng Sai, Hua Pan province, which is close to Samnea, and then you can take from Samnea to Phongsawan, which is where the Plain of Jars is. Anyway, like I said, if you plan on coming, to those regions from November until mid-February, please do prepare a warm jacket because it's quite cold. And the bad timing to visit Laos is from mid-February until April, not because it's getting hotter, but because it's the burning season. During this time of year, you won't get to see much scenery because it all covering up by the smoke from the burning field. So in my opinion, maybe avoid this period of time. And the hottest time of year is from April to July, with the average temperature, between 38 to 41 degrees Celsius during the day. And the rainy season starts from late June until October, and this period of time is considered to be low season because of the rain. But in my opinion, I think is perfect timing to visit because everything is green, because of the rain. So you see all the scenery and very green and clean air. So I prefer this period of time. The year is quiet as well. And then dry season starts from mid-October until late June. Okay, now let's talk about the annual event and festivals. So the biggest festivals in Laos is called Lao New Year, that celebrates in mid-April. It's called Bun Songkran, which is the same thing as Songkran in Thailand. So it celebrates between 13, 14 and 15. Some year celebrates, from 14, 15 and 16 depending on the lunar calendar. And it's such a big deal, it takes 3 days to celebrate, and the whole country have holiday. And during these 3 days, there were lots of things going on, especially here in Luang Prabang. I mean, I'm not saying it because I'm from Luang Prabang, but to be fair, Luang Prabang is the, former capital of Laos, and many things, was written here in the city and start from here. And also, Lao monarchy has their first home in Luang Prabang, so everything is kind of original, like myself. Just kidding. And during those 3 days, there are a lot of things happening, from market fair to building sand stupas by the Mekong River bank, and loud music, lots of party, people on the street throwing waters on each other. I mean, it's hot time of the year. Like I said, it's hot and smoky, but you will get cold because people throw lots of water at you. It's kind of, blessing each other and having fun. And the highlight of this festival is the parade on the main street, from temple called Wat That Noi, all the way down to Wat Sieng Thong by the peninsula, where you will see lots of participants and many ethnic minorities from all over Laos come join, dressing in their beautiful traditional costumes, and it's so colorful, you know. Lots of things you will see on a parade, and also Miss Luang Prabang is the most interesting part. This has nothing to do with beauty pageant or anything. It has long history, date back to hundreds of years ago. And actually this Miss Luang Prabang thing, you know, comes from this famous Lao literature, you know, the storytelling about the 7 daughters of the god with 4 faces, and it's quite interesting, you know. I should do a video about it at some point. Let's see. Anyway, yeah, that's the Lao New Year. And then another big festival, I'm talking mainly in Luang Prabang, is the boat racing that celebrate in mid-September. It's only one day, and it takes place on the Nam Khan River, where, you know, the whole town kind of have holiday, and different village of Luang Prabang, you know, sending their boats for the competition. So it's quite interesting. And the festival that I like the most is called Candlelight Festival, which is called Bunak Pansa, or the end of Buddhist Lent festival. It's so colorful, beautiful. I mean, every temples in Luang Prabang decorate their home with beautiful homemade lanterns in different colors and different shapes, and each of the temple, you know, build their own huafai, which is the bamboo boat in different figures, you know, like dragon, naga, or swans, and other figures. And in the evening at 7 p.m. there's a big parade on the main street. Many village send their creativities for the competition, like huafai or bamboo boat, you know, building in beautiful shapes, and then they float these boats, you know, on the Mekong River. It's very interesting, and it's very, very colorful. So I totally recommend this, you know, festival if you have a chance to come to Laos. And it celebrates in mid-October. Depends on the lunar calendar, and sometimes it can be early October, sometimes it can be mid-October, and other times it can be late October. Like the next one that's going to happen in 2023 is going to be on the 27th October, so that's nearly the end of the month. And also because Laos is rich in culture and has many ethnic minorities, you know, you will see a lot of festivals being celebrated across the country, especially during the month of December, because it's right after the harvest. So that's when, you know, these ethnic minorities will celebrate, you know, their harvest, and it's time to enjoy the feast, especially the Hmong and Khmer tribes. Here in Luang Prabang, about 8 kilometers away from town, on the way to Kwangsi Waterfall, there's a big Khmer village where they're gonna celebrate the Khmer New Year festival in the next week or so, and it's gonna take 3 days, you know, for the festivities, and I'll definitely make some video about it if I'm still around. And then Hmong New Year will be celebrated in the same month as well, so it's very interesting. I mean, it's so colorful, you know, with different costumes that people put on, and lots of activities, lots of music, dancing, and playing games and stuff like that. It's very interesting. So I totally recommend, you know, come visit Laos in December, which is the best timing to visit. Also, the weather is quite mild and it's comfortable, and you get to see many things. So yeah, anyway, I hope this helped, and if you like my video, please consider subscribe. Thank you.